Welcome to Bucket Bytes, the podcast where we are all family and never, ever, ever get into any arguments or disagreements whatsoever. We're a group of friends who want to let you be a part of the group while we take bite-sized bits and discussions and pull them out of a totally real and not fake bucket. I am Papa Post. Let's see what we pull out of the Byte Bucket today.
Hot dog.
What?
Get your hot dog.
Get your hot dogs here.
Get your hot
God,
dog. Lindsay.
I also hear you're a dragon slayer. Or is that
That's
just
what they call
nickname?
me. That's what the ladies call me.
Like, I don't rage at people. I get very passive aggressive. So there was a lot of like, oh, that's fantastic.
I'm an immature child.
Did the day end well done?
It did. We went to go get ice cream at like this little pizza place.
Instead of sending bombs and missiles to Ukraine, we are sending Teslas because they are better improved explosive devices.
I feel really weird about owning a Tesla right now.
Sentient robots taking over the world.
You know, people have seen my videos. Like, it's just strange.
This is BucketFytes.
This is BucketFytes.
This is BucketFytes.
This is BucketFytes.
This is
This is
BucketFytes.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Welcome, one and all, black screen. This is Bucket Bytes, and we have the official face reveal for the Dom today. And it's all more of the same. And I think it actually is Boba Fett. That is hella reflective. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's confused. He's confused. But I'm Papa Post. Welcome to Bucket Bytes. I'm with Dom and Mr. Reyes today. While Dom's trying to figure out what the fuck he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. But
We have no clue.
what the fuck is he doing? I'm really trying to make.
I think he's trying to put a picture of you on his face.
There it is. There it is. There it is, man.
There it is.
How's it going, buddy?
Fucked it up.
You did fuck it up, but that's okay.
I ruined everything. I thought it was on.
It's okay. I forgive you. We can reshoot that
That's
later,
what she
buddy.
said.
Don't worry
See,
about a thing.
That's what happens when I don't have my glasses. I can't see shit.
Well, you're also wearing a big old Boba Fett helmet, so you know
I should have worn my contacts. I would have been able to see what was going on.
that's okay. That's okay. But hey, it's a crazy day. We have Dom on the face cam, and the camera actually looks really nice. I love the
Thank
lighting
you.
in there. It looks really good. And yes, how many
okay.
helmets? How many helmets do you have, dude?
Just these two.
Just the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're both.
I also
wearable?
have. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah. Both wearable and fancy and stuff.
I like it. I like it. Are you going to be doing that? I see
yeah.
that Packy one chip challenge back there. Are you going to be doing that?
Do it tonight.
Yeah, right now.
Ooh.
Right now.
Yeah. Reyes,
Fuck.
have you ever done that?
Should I get ice cream?
No, don't get
No,
ice cream.
be a man. Take it straight.
Reyes, have you ever done that before? The one chip challenge?
The one chip challenge? I have.
Have you? Well, hold on. Don't bullshit me, because I still have two more, and I'm going to bring them with me down to Texas.
Then do it. I've done it. It sucks though.
All right.
How
So if I do this show could like
not
change
right
pace.
No.
You said do it right
Not
now.
Right now. Put it back in the box. We need to have
It's in the
some
box.
kind of coherent episode here.
It should be
Good
at the
Lord.
end.
At the end, sure. At the
Or-
end, Dom.
Sure.
Have you done it
do it at
before?
the end.
Have you done it before, Dom?
No, my girlfriend bought it for me, and
Aw.
I've been reluctant to do it.
Aww.
Your girlfriend must hate you.
Hate you.
Oh.
So are you going to do it the right way, where you don't have anything to eat or drink for an hour, like I did?
I didn't feel like
An
doing it that
hour?
way.
Yeah. So there's.
I can handle.
You can handle it.
I can handle spice, but like I don't know if I can handle crazy spice.
It's
Yeah.
it's funny because the only thing that makes that thing that bad is how like dry it is and how thick like it's caked onto that chip. Because I remember when I had to do it for my subathon, that shit just, and like the challenge is you're not supposed to eat or drink anything for as long as you can. And like the ultimate like challenge is to last an hour.
Oh well, I didn't do that. No, I had a piece of I had a piece of a chip.
Well, I mean,
you had games distracting you though.
I just remember I had to stop. Like I had to pause my subathon because I had to go lay down on my couch in the fetal position because my stomach hurt that bad after the fact. It's not a good time. It's not a good time. It's kind of fun.
Okay.
And to be honest, I also had eggs cracked over my head at the time too. So like that cooled me off, I think. But I didn't eat it.
See, now I'm worried about it. You were in the fetal position, just crying.
But how was the bathroom at the end of all that?
Honestly,
what goes in must come out.
So yes, you're right. It wasn't that bad coming out, believe it or not. It wasn't that bad.
Okay.
So
I think I had like a spicy food like mess up my bathroom time.
It's. I will say I had to go to the bathroom a lot, but it wasn't like excruciatingly bad. So it's all right. It's all right. Mama Post remembers.
Oh.
So, anyways, Dom, you're on the camera. It's good to see your face.
It's me.
We get to see the Troy
I messed up
Polamalu hair
my
in person.
thing.
I know.
I'm so sad. I couldn't see it. You two were like shaking your heads, and I thought that was live, and it wasn't.
It's okay. What were those pictures that you had? Because you had them like taped up on your.
Yeah.
Oh, one was definitely a picture of you post.
I gotta see it.
At the first one, at least, was it funny?
Yeah, let's see it.
All right. Well, the first one was.
The first one.
I wasn't going to be visible.
Oh, okay.
And it was going to be this just taped on like how it would be.
Do you know how to? Okay, you got to hold it like up, man. Like you got to like show it to the camera.
Was it not on the camera?
I mean, we saw the ripped part.
Can you see it?
Yes. Now
So I did see that.
Oh, sorry.
That one worked well. It worked well.
Oh, my man.
And then the other one. No, of course not.
That's all right.
And the other one, I was going to rip that one off, then show this.
Jesus Christ.
You should make that into a pillow and sleep with it.
I thought about just like having it in the background for Post to remember each episode, and he's just back there.
I would be honored. To be put up with just the likes of the Mando and the Boba and what else do you have back there? Is that like
you're like caressing his face while you're pacing.
I'm a fluffy man, dude.
There you go.
That is great. That is not traumatizing at all for our viewers who look at your screen and are like, what is that in the corner?
So yeah, back there is Mandalorian helmet. I put that there on purpose. And then right there is flintlocks. Fake flintlocks, of course, but they're flintlocks.
From far away, it kind of looks like the little, what do they call it? The mosquito or whatever it is from Men in Black. Reyes, do you know what I'm talking about? The
cricket?
Yeah, the noisy cricket, bro. I said mosquito.
The noisy cricket.
Good God. My God. Hey, Dom, do you want to tilt your camera down just like
I like myself some Will Smith
3 or 4
movies.
degrees? Are you able to?
There
you go.
Is that better?
That's better.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Well, we got to be able to see you. I mean, I know you got a lot of hair, a lot of volume up there, but like, I mean, it's more than I can say. At least you have it. Mine's going away, bro.
Look, man. Only one with hair.
Just trying to show off right now. I'm like, are you really, guy?
Yeah, but bro, like, he's got the Troy Polamalu hair, like I was saying.
He does.
Not
he
does.
He does.
Not quite as poofy.
He's got long hair, like flowing long hair.
What's that R&B artist? You remind me of him. Jeez.
Oh, an R&B artist. Hold on.
Start singing, Dom.
No.
Jeez, I can't think of it. I will, though. I will.
That's okay. Well, while Dom's looking up this art, I hope he's searching for that R&B artist with the hair.
Okay.
Did you guys see that E3 was canceled again?
No, I didn't. Tell us some more about it.
Did you hear that, Dom?
I have heard about it actually.
Did you?
But I don't really give a shit about E3.
Why not?
No, I never have. E3's been boring.
What do you mean it's been boring? It used to be
It's always boring.
It used to be the ultimate show to just see what's going on with all the new games coming out.
I don't know. Me personally, I don't want to sit there and watch them talk about games when I can just do that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not they're not just talking.
But
about
you're
games,
learning
though.
about the newest and greatest. You know, I mean, it takes some work.
Greatest is that's
Look.
That's kind.
Just because the gaming pool has gone down doesn't mean anything, okay, Dom? But but now we, instead of one conference, right, one expo, we're gonna get everybody's expos. Everybody's gonna have a fucking show. And to me, I fucking hate that. It's because everyone wants to have their own moment, their own time in the limelight, and they don't want to have what Sony did to Microsoft a few years ago, where they just totally fucking shit on them. So, I mean, I guess I kind of get it.
I guess.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the other take on that though is that the other ones want that same visibility though.
Well, yeah.
I mean, E3, that was it. That was gaining a lot of viewers.
Well,
right? I mean, the PlayStation launches; those are getting a lot of viewers. What did the PlayStation one called again?
It was they got the State of Play.
State of Play.
Yeah.
Right, and so it was really pretty much those two, and so I don't blame really the other platforms for trying to get into it.
Well, it was
and do their own thing.
Well, it's funny because they were gonna have a show this year. But then people like Ubisoft and Microsoft and PlayStation and I think even Nintendo, they all pulled out like a week ago and said, hey, we're not going to be there. So then who's left? You've got none of the major players in the gaming space. Well, I don't want to say major players, but none of the big three, right? You don't have the three big consoles there, which... I get it. It was something I always looked forward to. I remember when we lived up north, I'd be driving down and it would be something like I could like listen to the show while I'm driving and just be excited for all these games because I love gaming. And now I got to wait for everyone to have their own fucking show. And I don't fucking want to do that because it's more to keep track of and my ADHD doesn't allow me to keep track. And random.
So is that the reason they all pulled out though? They wanted to do their own thing, or what was their main reasoning that you found out about?
I mean, that's got to be it, right? I don't think they really stated why, but all of these people, all of these companies have their own shows now. Paradox Entertainment, the people who make Cities Skylines, they had their own fucking show. Which
Jeez.
I watched and I was happy because I like Cities Skylines. They're making a new one. And they're making a Sims, like I don't know the details on it yet, but they're making
I can't stand that.
Don't even roll your eyes. It's good. Hear me out. It's good because there's going to be competition in the space for The Sims because right now The Sims is it's actually free to play now, but it's $900 in DLCs.
It's not free to play.
So it's free to play.
It's free, but to get the actual content out of it, you got to spend $900.
Well, exactly. Or mods.
Yeah, sure. I want to pretend to go to work and wake up and raise a family and buy a home.
Or you can download it legally.
And or how about I do that in real life anyway? So how about not?
No, bro, that's not what The Sims is about. The Sims is about fucking killing everybody in a swimming pool or in the basement.
What Sims were you playing?
Game.
That's what The Sims is for.
Really? Because my fiance loves that game, and she loves to play it just like real life. I'm an old woman, and now I got pregnant. Oh, what am I gonna do? I don't give a fuck. I'm like,
wow,
die? Like that's what you need to do.
I mean, hey, I don't know. I used to like.
You shouldn't be 60 and giving birth. That's unrealistic.
No. Do you know what else is unrealistic?
The Sims.
No, I don't know where I was going with that, so I was just going to skip over the fact that I said that.
Okay. Yeah.
Dom, come on, you play The Sims, right?
I have played The Sims, yeah.
And you like The Sims.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know, the 900 currency, $900 to play the actual game of it's bullshit, though. And
Right.
EA's been doing this shit for a long time. So that's why you download it legally.
Well,
I mean,
Very
legally.
legally.
You're probably right on when you were talking about the currency thing, but
Yeah.
you don't know how that's going to go.
So Dom, what else have you totally legally downloaded that you want to tell us all about now?
Nothing, because I bought The Sims with actual dinero before it went free.
That's
With actual dinero.
Yeah.
Oh man, well it's funny because in the past we've talked about like microtransactions ruining gaming, shit like that, right? Dom, I think you said you wanted to make a point about that though.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking something about microtransactions being bad for the health of gaming. So
Right.
a good game I think would fit this category would be something like Fortnite. Fortnite has had like actual legal issues with their microtransactions before. I think we talked about that before, haven't we?
Well, yeah, and they just settled on that too.
Yeah. So that was a big fiasco about microtransactions. Now, those microtransactions I think are okay because they're purely cosmetic.
Right.
While games in the past, I think Black Ops, one of the Black Ops games had microtransactions for like guns or something like that, and it was becoming to the point of pay to win.
Right.
So that is overall just bad for the health of any game. And I think recently they've calmed down on pay to win aspects, but it's still a thing here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember like, and microtransactions can also cancel out the fun of games, like unlocking things. And they'll just be like, hey, just buy this skin. Fuck unlocking it. Just buy it.
For argument's sake, though, Fortnite just came out with
Devil's advocate.
Well, Fortnite just released this really fucking cool Unreal Engine 5 like map editor that has totally breathed life back into like the custom gaming for that particular game. I don't play Fortnite, but some of the shit that I've seen made for that has been super impressive. Do you think without the microtransactions in that game, they would have been able to do what they just did with that game?
Probably not, no. Because a lot of their money is from microtransactions.
Well, it's all their money. No one who bought
all their money, yeah.
Fortnite. I mean, there's probably like
a long time ago you could have.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 20 people bought Fortnite.
Or like 20. But yeah, they wouldn't be able to get to that point without the microtransactions. But that's also a free to play game.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? While some games are like AAA games, you buy it and you're like, there's more shit you gotta buy. And there's more.
Right. So we've talked about it on the show in the past, but Dom, are you trying to say that even like cosmetics are not like they're ruining gaming?
I can compare that statement to like Gears of War. I think cosmetics were something Gears of War 3, you can earn cosmetics, but you could also buy them. It was like a nice mixture, right?
Okay.
And like the ones you would unlock were very special and stuff. But let's skip to Gears of War 4. Those ones that were special you could just buy it on the fucking store.
Sure.
And there's nothing to unlock in Gears of War 4. Besides like characters, but all you had to do was play a game. And you would get that character.
Could I argue that I feel you should split the pool. Either you can earn the cosmetic in the game or you can buy a cosmetic in the game. You should not be able to buy a cosmetic that you earn in the game, because I think that takes out the fun of anybody trying to, like, I don't like grinding in games, but anyone that's trying to grind for shit, they should be grinding for it, and like that's their reward for grinding. So that's just my thought on it.
I'll say this. I'll just jump in. And I think this might be fair. Please let me know.
It's not.
But I think if you buy a cosmetic or a weapon or anything in a game, if you're playing online against other people competitively, you shouldn't be able to utilize it. And so, I mean, if you play online competitively, you should be able to utilize the items you've earned. You want to
Sure.
compete. You want to earn those rankings. Whereas if you're just playing for fun, online, uncompetitive, unranked games, yeah, sure, go right ahead, right?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to be competitive, I do not think I do not think that would be fair, because that kind of gives an unfair advantage of the people who are trying to be competitive.
But
and
how many
utilize the thing they
games,
earn.
Reyes, how many games, and Dom, maybe you'd know this better than me, how many games out there actually have pay-to-win cosmetics? Like, I know, for example,
I don't know.
Apex kind of did. They had some skins that would allow you to be better, right? But please, you look like you had something to say on that, so I'm curious what you have to say.
Okay, so Gears of War, that's a big one. Each character has the same looking hitbox, but some of them are skinnier. And the confusion starts to happen because since they're skinnier, you might be aiming a little more to the left. Excuse me. Instead of like aiming in the middle of, like, let's say Marcus, because Marcus is a big dude, right?
Yeah.
And there's another character called like a BB unit. It was a very skinny robot. He would have the same hitbox as Marcus. No.
Okay.
We don't talk about Star Wars here. We're going to get kicked off the platform.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
News
but anyway, there's like these skinny robots you used to be able to play as, and they would have the same hitbox as Marcus, but the confusion would be while wall bouncing. Wall bouncing is a very fast motion between like different barriers and stuff, and that was a big thing in Gears of War.
Thing. It's the reason I stopped playing that game.
You're just bad.
Bro.
Anyway, the problem was that once they're speeding around like that, it's hard to tell what you're shooting at because they were skinny, one, and two, you couldn't tell where you should actually shoot at. So you would see competitive games where people are all running the same character, and it'd be on both sides. It's either like a skinny character on the Locust side or a skinny character on the COG side.
Sure.
And that's how it was for a long time. Okay. And they always try to tweak it here and there, but some characters seemed a little oomph more.
Do you have any examples from a more modern game, though?
Modern game.
Like how the microtransactions
Overwatch
have affected it.
Overwatch implemented a new skin in one of their battle passes recently. It's an invisible McCree. His head he doesn't have a head. He has sunglasses and a hat. He doesn't have an actual head. He has a body.
But they still gotta have a hitbox for it, though, don't they?
Of course, he has a hitbox, but like if he's it's gonna be hard to tell where you're shooting at.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I could like show it real quick because it's very weird.
Visualize it. If you're looking at him and you can't actually see his head besides some sunglasses and a hat, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, what am I looking at?
He doesn't have a head. You can see through him.
It gives them an unfair advantage for that split second. And sometimes that's all you need is a split second to take advantage of.
Well, that's why people spend $3,000 on a fucking PC so they can, and a nice monitor with 240 hertz so they can see 2 extra, millimeters of a character before you can, right? So like every frame matters in a game. So that's a good point. I think we can collectively say though that like microtransactions, if it's purely cosmetics, is for the most part fine, right? But if you do have pay to win aspects, like, or pay to win, skins that like can give you unfair advantages, I think those should not just number one be in the game and move on. So, and I think that's kind of everyone's kind of talked about that in the past. So,
yeah, I think the main thing that itches me about it is that it's taking away from the grind aspect. A lot of games aren't doing like objectives anymore for cosmetics, and that's kind of sad. The last game to do it that I played was Sea of Thieves.
Don't tell that to COD.
Oh no, COD's weird.
I don't
know why people still play that.
COD, and all I would hear him talk about when he was playing it was, "Oh, I gotta grind for these gun skins." I'm like, that's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. I think I hate.
That's not fun grinding.
I also hate grinding. So like, I'm an anti-grinder, bro. So like,
how did you play Sea of Thieves?
I liked it. I just don't have to see the problem is I'm old and I don't have the time to grind, so I can't be good. So
yeah,
it's not a skill issue. It's not a skill issue.
I gotta say, it's one of the most hilarious things when you see, an above 30-year-old woman screaming at like an 8-year-old boy on COD because he kills her, and then he runs up, talks some shit, and then runs off.
Why do you gotta bring your wife into this, man?
Bro, I didn't say I was talking about my wife. Okay, I didn't say that.
Who's the 30-year-old woman that you're referring to? I want to know.
Just somebody I may know and possibly live with. Okay, I'm trying
May
to
know.
keep this. I'm
I
trying to
called
keep
them out.
this safe because there may be people here that can possibly hurt me if they hear this. So I'm trying to say things that way I'm protected. Okay, I'm trying to say things in a way I'm protected.
Blink twice if you're not safe. Okay, he's safe. That was more than 2 times.
We're good.
So, I guess just to kind of power through, something else I wanted to mention was that we've talked about it over the last few weeks with the Activision, Microsoft, the whole thing going on with that. Did you guys see the latest update? Now, there's nothing set in stone, but have you guys seen anything on that yet?
No.
Actually, recently, no, I haven't kept up. So,
as we talked about it in the past, it's been hit with a lot of, roadblocks, so to speak. But they hurdled over one of their blocks, right? So basically, just in the last week here, the UK has set aside concerns of Microsoft making Call of Duty an exclusive, as it would not be in Microsoft's best interest to remove it from other platforms. So now this is huge, okay, because that was the primary point in the case for allowing Microsoft to... It wasn't the primary, but it was one of the primary points, okay? So that I think this one change could really swing things in a positive way for Microsoft to have this deal go through. And it's one that I've been cheering for because I'm a cheap ass old man gamer that wants all of my free games on Game Pass. So I don't know if I just figured I'd give that update. They're not going to be giving a final update until the end of April. Just for the record.
I think that's a good update though. I mean, really, a lot of the concerns were that they would monopolize the games, and as they stated, that's not the case. The Microsoft came out with that a while ago. The last time we talked about it, and they put it out. It makes no sense for us to monopolize the games.
But it's funny though because Microsoft just took a game called Redfall that was supposed to be coming out on PlayStation through the Bethesda acquisition, and they made it PlayStation or Xbox and PC exclusive. So, so like, hey,
but there's exclusives for every platform.
Well, yeah, and I get that, and we've talked about it. I don't want to keep grinding it in, but like, I just figured since we've talked about it in the past, it's something I'm really interested in. I wanted to fucking share it. Okay,
and because you're a cheap son bitch.
I mean, I'm not, I'm not a broke college kid over here, but I feel like it sometimes. Okay,
I like how he just passed the buck.
In other tech news, TikTok. I don't know did you guys see any of the Congress versus TikTok kind of thing go on like a week ago?
I saw Congress was getting shit on.
Dude, shit's embarrassing.
Dude, it was
actually embarrassing.
So bad.
It's your people, you old motherfuckers don't know how technology works.
Dude, it's not even.
And look at them. Look at them on the stage. They look like him.
I forget his name, but can I just comment? I don't know if you guys haven't watched this, you should go check it out. Just some of the replays and some of the clips from this. But like that dude, the CEO of TikTok, was the most cool, calm, collected, and prepared son of a bitch I've ever seen. Like he made Zuckerberg look like me testifying before Congress about fucking a podcast. It was impressive.
Yeah, he did great, actually. Yeah,
man, and the way he looked at him, like, that's a dumb question.
but he always complimented. It didn't matter how dumb the question was. He's like, "That's actually a great question, Senator." So, blah 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 blah. But I want
He's like, let me wipe your ass before I shit on you.
let me ask
He had to
you.
explain what like filters were.
Oh my god! Yeah, they're like, so does TikTok register the eyes, and if you're, does the pupil dilate? Is that why you're tracking my eyes? Because your pupil dilates to get a reaction or something. It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. It was dumber than the whole Facebook one too. But there's a lot beyond just TikTok though. Let me ask you this first. Do you guys think that TikTok should be banned? Just
No.
that.
It's just no.
Don't elaborate.
No.
Just
No.
do you think it should be banned?
No.
No. And if
I said
if
don't
you want
elaborate.
me to, no, I'm not saying to elaborate, but if you want me to really voice my opinions,
Well, I was going to ask for
Almost
that
say.
next.
fuck no.
Okay. Well, okay. So a lot
Fuck
of
no.
a lot of what was said in those hearings applies to all of the tech companies, right?
There it is.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
But here's the thing. Did you see what the bill that they tried to flash pass through was and included? It basically gave the government the power to ban any application if they felt that the home country for that application was a threat to society, to national society. So
Not only that, not only the home country or any app that they felt was a threat to society
well, right.
underneath the bill.
But they could theoretically say this Europe is now, or Germany, there's a German app. They are now not in our favor. We think that they're spying on us. They could just ban any app just like that because they don't fucking like it. Right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and maybe I'm lame because I love TikTok. I just love the freedom, and like some people are like, oh, TikTok's fucking lame. I used to think that too. Until like TikTok's algorithm is so fucking good, dude. It's so fucking good to show you the things you want. So I don't know. So they tried doing a flash, like I forget what the actual phrase is, but it's like a flash vote to like quickly get this through and approved if it's a unanimous vote in Congress.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
And fucking Rand Paul, bless his heart,
Mm-hmm.
was the only motherfucker that voted against it. And now, while I don't always agree with what the man says, his statements on it really were spot on 100%. And it's just fun. It's just funny when you hear things from people that you don't normally agree with. It's just like, people who love or people who hate Trump. If Trump were to say something like that they agree with, that would be just the weirdest mindfuck, right? Or vice versa. If Biden said something that, Biden haters, it's just funny how that works. So, anyways,
I agree with you. I really do. I mean, it all goes back to whatever agenda they want to drive and control. That's pretty much it.
and that's why I want TikTok to stay. Although I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible that TikTok is showing us purposely like things to go against the people in the government. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Okay, just saying.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Even in their home country of TikTok, kids and people below 18, they're not allowed to use it for more than enough. I mean, people below 18 for TikTok.
Oh, I don't know why you said the home country of TikTok, so I thought you said like TikTok was the country.
In their,
so I was
no, in their home country, yeah, and so they're not allowed to use below 18 and below. They're not allowed to use it for like I think more than an hour a day, right. And that's it. It locks them out. Like the parents have the capability. We don't have that here. Right,
well,
so there are some differences, but no matter what, again, it goes back to what you originally said. Every single tech company is able to collect data from us just like they do. There's no difference. And all the tech companies, 85% of this last year, they got requested, I think, from the government. About 85% stated yes. They got requested from legal entities to give them all their data on the person utilizing them. And 85% said yes. They got legal requests and they complied with it. So honestly, to me, I'm just like, they're gonna they want your data. They're gonna get it anyway.
I mean, it was so weird, like seeing the clips from the thing as well, because every question, like Post said, every question they ask could go for any other tech thing, and I don't know why they were just so focused on TikTok for this. Like, why not like Google or YouTube?
They're trying, and so I honestly
topical.
This is my tinfoil hat moment. It's to me, in my opinion, tinfoil hat. It's very much control what the people see and spread around to each other.
It's the man.
I've
been saying it for years.
TikTok is honestly one of those places where I feel like, it's directly, like, right or wrong, it's directly what the people are saying to each other. That's how I feel about it, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
It's weird. It is weird. I mean, I don't. Old people, am I right?
I can't read the chat.
I just did too.
I can't read the chat. Oh,
I just did too.
Well, that's the hardest part about doing a live show with a chat. So the reason I'm laughing, Tom, do you know what he's talking about? What Gearhead's talking about?
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah,
it's funny because I fucking see it. I fucking see it. I'm looking at myself. I have the gray hood on with the glasses. Just fucker right in the. No, I'm not gonna do it. In other, I guess, just to kind of keep with the whole like tech news, big companies. Twitch, there's been some news there, which is where we live stream on right now. The CEO stepped down. I don't know if you guys heard that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have.
And well, it's interesting because like immediately after that, they planned on cutting 400 employees.
That was also with with Amazon cutting their people too, right?
Well, right. And
that goes hand in hand.
All the tech companies are doing it. I know, Reyes, with your undisclosed company that you know about, there's cuts going on there even.
Yeah.
So, but I want to focus on Twitch just because, like I said, it's topical for where we are on right now. Do you think... Let me ask you this. So going back to TikTok, a lot of people were kind of saying, well, if they ban TikTok, it's just, I'm going to leave Facebook because whatever. I don't want Meta getting, my info, where I'm not going to support Meta because they think Meta's behind all this. But with the news of TikTok going away, Meta, Facebook, they stopped sharing their ad income with their creators. I don't know the specifics, whether if it was all or some or none, but it's interesting because Twitch is a platform for everyday normal people to come on, go talk, go stream, go do what you want to do. And they haven't done too much of that revenue stealing, so to speak, yet. They're forcing more ads, but like, what is the future? What is the future of Twitch, do you guys think?
I think Twitch is on a downward spiral right now.
Spiral. Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
I'm sorry. I love it. I love it, Dom. I'm sorry. I would expect you to do it to me.
Downward spiral. All right. Anyway, well, Twitch is looking really bad because I think they're still sticking with the 70-30 thing, right? With all the income's going to Twitch, and then the creators only getting 30% of what they're actually earning. Right?
Is Twitch only getting 33%, you said?
No, Twitch, that's 70-30 thing. You heard about that?
Yes, for the partners.
Yes, for partners. And that Twitch is getting 70% of, everything that the streamer's doing.
Okay.
So that number one is already like bad for a partner, of course.
Yes.
And then I think they're losing people because of that too. I might be wrong on that. I'm not really like well versed with this. I just remember hearing it in a video and I was like,
sure.
Damn, bro, Twitch is not looking good right now.
Where'd you see that video? Was it on YouTube?
Yes.
So YouTube is coercing you. It's taking you away from TikTok. You're listening to the YouTube media, bro.
Streams.
It was, anyways, it's interesting because in big tech, we're seeing jobs go, people go. And it's interesting because you guys have heard about the banks even. This is kind of unrelated.
Oh.
But it's just, and I don't want to spend too much time on it, but banks are failing. And like, it's kind of scary, right?
It is. It really is. I mean, because there's a lot of fear right now. There's a lot of, some people say accurate data. Some people say propaganda that, we're going into recession. There's no way out of it. Right. Inflation rates keep rising. Prices keep rising. The de-dollarization is happening. Look at Saudi Arabia and the countries over there that have done that. BRICS, I believe it's called.
Yep.
And that have partnered together and Saudi Arabia is now not only taking the U.S. dollar, which the U.S. dollar was backed by oil. Now they're taking other currency. Well, they're thinking. They said, we're looking at taking other currencies. Yeah. It used to be backed by gold, and that stopped around with Nixon around 1970. It was backed by the gold exchange. Then Saudi Arabia, who's basically the number one, they lead that oil mogul business, and then the dollar was backed by them. They would only take the U.S. dollar when getting oil, so it was backed by oil. But with them stating we're going to take other currencies now, we're looking at taking other currencies. That's a lot of pressure, which, I mean, there's so much that goes on in this, and it's a scary time. That's what it comes down to, because you don't know what's going on.
Sure. I don't know if that's true about the whole, like, what is the primary backing of the U.S. dollar? I don't know. But I do know that oil is traded in the U.S. dollar. And that's why it's a big, scary thing, because they're changing that. They're going to be changing that to whatever the Chinese currency is. Forgive me for not knowing.
They won.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's interesting. I was actually losing sleep the other day because it's an interesting thing, because I'm finally in a place in my life where I am, financially self-sufficient, stable, like things are good, and like it scares the shit out of me. What could happen? I'm not saying bad things are going to happen, but what could happen in the next 5 to 10 years? It scares the fucking shit out of me. I don't, all of my savings, my 401ks, like it's scary stuff. And, I'm not trying to make it, scary and dark on the show, but, I don't know. I'm worried about it.
I think a lot of people are. It goes back to what a lot of people are hearing: either accurate data or propaganda, right?
Well, yeah.
A lot of people are stating you need to invest in gold, you need to have assets, you need to have property or passive
I don't
income.
Think that's gonna,
and so or invest in ETF, all these things, right? You're seeing it, you're hearing it, you don't know what's actually going on.
Right.
That's kind of like that. What are they doing now? The Fed is like a centralized digital banking currency, the CDBC.
Yeah, that's a whole different separate.
Yeah,
topic.
and so there's so much there's so much going on, but it kind of related, So it's like if we go to this, they can kind of control it a little bit more. It's so there's so much into this that it's a topic that even talking about it just gives you anxiety. It gives me anxiety.
Well, it's like I said, it's all speculation at this point. And I think some of it is propaganda. You could talk to people much older than me and much more knowledgeable than me, and they would say this has all been kind of done and tried before, ultimately to fail. It's just kind of what I heard. So that's not my own opinion. That's just something I've heard. So I don't know. It's kind of a scary thing, but I did want to transition just real quick because you mentioned you mentioned buying up, properties, getting, passive income. All right, I'm going to start this conversation basically by saying I love everybody on this show. Okay? We've really kind of grown together as a group of people. You'll notice that Josh isn't here today. Okay. And there was a really long after show discussion the other day where there was an argument effectively about fucking real estate. And like it blows my head. It blows my mind, right? And things got really heated. And so Josh isn't here today because he thought that he needed to take some time, right? And just kind of think about what he's going to be, doing for himself. He's got a lot to do and people getting frustrated. And,
This goddamn microphone! Oh, post!
Oh.
Don't think I didn't hear you talking shit about me! You're gonna put words in my mouth? You're gonna say that I had a problem? Oh, shit! What? You think I'm not here because there was something that hurt my feelings? Is that what we're gonna say? Well, listen, I heard Andy Reyes wants to go toe-to-toe. Man-to-man, mano-y-mano, and take up fists with me. Well, guess what? I got a perfect idea for you, Andy Reyes. That's right, I'm throwing down the gauntlet. It's time for you to go one-on-one with me in the middle of the squared circle. That's right, we're talking you versus me in WWE 2K23. Now, hold on. Let me finish, because I don't think that you think you can get away with letting the sexy boy Ryan Post interfere in this matchup to give you the upper hand, because I know he's going to try. So that's why we got to do this inside of a steel cage. But, hold on, I hear everybody out there thinking, well, Dreamboat Dom, he's got that jetpack on the Mandalorian armor. He's going to fly up, he's going to go above it, he's going to come crashing down into the ring, and he's going to interfere. But nope, we're going to slap a roof on that sumbitch, and we're going to do this inside of a Hell in a Cell. So there's your challenge, Reyes. You and me in the home equity Hell in a Cell match in WWE 2K23 on BucketFytes' first ever BucketFytes pay-per-view event. What do you say?
So you think you can challenge me? Is that what you're really doing right now?
What?
Doesn't matter what you think you're doing. It doesn't matter.
Well, listen,
your challenge. I'm gonna lay your candy ass down on that mat. I'm gonna lay the smack down.
I'm glad you're accepting this challenge, because guess what? I'm sweetening the pot. I'm gonna sweeten the pot, and you might reconsider this offer, because the winner of this contest gets to walk away with the first ever BucketFytes championship title. And that's right. That's the bottom line, because Stone Cold Josh Picard said so.
You're ready. And be wearing that belt with pride in this show after I whoop that candy ass.
Okay, so
What the fuck happened?
bro, that was
What
a straight
happened
up
is this jabroni wanted to challenge the champ.
That was
Me.
too fast. I wasn't ready.
He is going down.
He's gone
Hell in a
already.
cell all day, every day.
What the
He wants to go night-night, he'll go night-night.
He's fucking gone already. What the fuck? Okay, so
That was too fast. I don't know what happened.
what the
I
fuck?
heard
Did he say Stone Cold Josh Picard?
he said Stone Cold Josh Picard. He called me like, what did he call me?
I don't remember. It was beautiful, pretty boy Dom or something like that. I don't remember. And you're gonna take off with your fucking
My
Dreamboat Dom.
Dreamboat Dom.
You were pretty boy Ryan.
Yeah.
Pretty boy.
Oh man, I don't know how to feel or think right now. That was
too much information in a short amount of time.
Okay, so wait, so the BucketFytes, BucketFytes.
BucketFytes.
We got BucketFytes.
The BucketFytes championship.
Pay-per-view.
Spelled FYTE.
FYT. Yeah, well, of course, it would have to be. It would have to be FYTE. Reyes. Ooh. He wants to. He was only challenging Reyes, right? Like, he doesn't have any beef with us, right? Yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
This jabroni doesn't know what he's gotten himself into.
So WWE 2K23. Probably the worst one, but you know what? It'll be fine.
Why do you gotta get all technical with it?
I'm sorry, I had to.
Oh man. I think we're gonna have to slap a date on it. The Reyes versus Picard pay-per-view extravaganza. That'll be good.
I'm ready
to be
for
playing
that.
as
I'm
Stone
excited.
Cold because I'm playing as The Rock. It's going down.
Oh, no,
Old school style. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Oh, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to talk to Josh and see what he thinks because I'm not quite sure what just happened here. Oh my God, King! I don't know what happened.
I thought something
That's
was happening
perfect
when
for
the
you.
music started playing. I thought it was like on my side. I started looking through like my tabs and I was like, what's going on?
Oh my God. Oh my God. So well, anyway, okay, so
Anyway, yeah.
I don't know what to expect.
You're muted.
We can't hear you because nobody wants to hear that ass. They only want to hear Andre the Dragon Reyes. That's what they want to hear.
He's gonna fucking hit you over the face with a microphone.
Stone Cold microphone gets unplugged. It's fine. I heard you didn't know what was going on. I thought I made the challenge very clear. If you have any questions, feel free to pose them to me right now. Is Stone Cold an option? Of course. It's the only option.
Rock Johnson an option.
For you?
Of course for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Because this is going to be an old school match. We're talking, absolutely. We're talking old school Silver Cell, not that dumb red cell shit they do these days.
Bullshit.
No,
These days.
No. We're going old school.
I can't wait to give you the people's elbow right to that ass.
Yeah, you think so? You're going to get stunned all across the arena.
We will see.
Oh, he's gone again. He's gone. Okay.
You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. BucketFytes pay-per-view coming to a pay-per-view
Near you.
Yeah. Actually, this is sticking. We're fucking doing this. You're doing it, Reyes. Y'all gotta settle this shit.
I was.
Y'all
I
gotta
already
settle.
said I was. Okay, he doesn't come on this show and this you a challenge like that. Okay, if he wants to go night night, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Andre Dragon Reyes will make his ass go night night.
Dude, we are so getting sued by the WWE.
Yeah, we're gonna have like Vince McMahon show up at our doors tonight.
Well, no, he sold it, didn't he? That happened already?
Yeah.
Oh,
Triple
yeah.
H. I mean, he's gonna be at the door.
I can't wait to hit him with my first rock bottom. Can't
He'd
wait.
be
Well,
proud.
somebody's going to be hitting rock bottom. And I honestly, like, it's not a joke. There was an argument that happened, and I think this is the best way to settle it. I can't think of a better way. I can't.
Perfect.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Stone Cold Josh Picard decided to come all up in here. There was a lot less what's than I was expecting.
There's only 2, I think.
Yeah, so like we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, keep an ear out, guys, because I think this is going to be a real thing. We're really going to do this. That's if Josh doesn't hate us. So,
Now I gotta buy WWE.
oh no,
It's a nice 60.
no, you don't. That's a Bucket Bytes expense
Ooh, I like that.
that comes out of your own pocket. Anyways,
Fuck.
so hey, just real quick, transitioning from that, I wanted to talk about it. We extended our game of the month for 1 week because we had an issue a couple weeks ago. So for everybody knows by now that our game of the month for March is Signalis, and we only gave away 2 of our codes. So when you enter in these codes on the Gleam.io, you get 50 entries for it, and it's worth quite a bit. So if you do !GOTM in chat, you can get to the giveaway page and sign up. But I wanted to give away that second secret code because apparently I gave away the first and third already. So in the second code box, the code is BB Replica, and replica is with a K. So BBREPLIKA. That's the second of 3, but also the final at the same time. To get your entries in, and that will be ending next week Friday before the show. Just so everybody's aware, we'll be giving away either a copy of the game of Signalis, the next month's game, which we will announce next week, because I think Dominic has finally come up with the game that he wants to choose. It's his turn to choose. Or a Bucket Bytes t-shirt. So it'll be your choice, everybody out there. It's gleam.io/whatever. Just go to linktr.ee/BucketBytes, and you can enter the giveaway that way. So I just had to get that part up and out of the way.
And Dom, no XXX rated games.
Oh, of course not.
Hey, speaking of XXX rated games, do you guys want to play a game?
Oh, okay.
I'm always down to play.
Are you? Excellent.
Yeah.
I don't like the way his face is when he says that.
I don't like the way your
Where's the
face is
sunglasses
anytime.
at?
So, all right.
Oh,
We
I
are
mean,
going
when
to be
you're
playing
saying
a
you're crying my
game
name.
called Oddities.
Daddy. Oddies or daddies?
Oddities.
Oddities. Okay.
Okay, so basically, how this game is going to work, each of you is going to have your own prompt, and you've got multiple prompts to choose from. I'm going to give you a true statement and a false statement, and you have to tell me which one is the true statement. Okay?
Okay.
All right, who would like to go first?
I'll go. And so, do we just say A or B?
I will.
Or
Yeah, I
one
will
or
tell
two?
you 2 stories. They will be mostly different, so you can tell me which one you think it is. Okay, but you have to listen to both stories. Who's going first, Reyes?
I'll go.
Okay. So, of these 2 stories I'm about to tell you, which one is true? In 2021, a Wisconsin woman gave her husband $10 to grab some hot dogs from the gas station for dinner. Instead, the man spent the $10 on lottery tickets, the Badger 5, and won $250,000. The second story is, A Japanese company has created a $250 Gengar sleeping bag that has a Gengar plush with an extremely long tongue that rolls out of its mouth as the sleeping bag. It simply rolls back up for easy storage. Which one of
That
those
sounds sick.
stories
First one.
was the true one?
First one.
The first one is the true one, the Gengar?
Yes. No, that first one was not the Gengar.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
first one was the lottery.
The lottery one?
Yes.
The correct answer.
Don't tell me the Gengar.
The Gengar was the true
Nope.
story.
The Gengar is real.
That is
Gengar is
why.
real.
Why would anybody make that?
Why wouldn't you imagine
People
cuddling
like
up in
Gengar.
Imagine just cuddling up in a Gengar tongue and just feeling all nice and. Anyways,
Fucking traumatizing.
so yeah, it's a $250 Gengar, and in the video replay, I will show a picture of it. It's
Gengar.
actually really kind of interesting. It's actually kind of cool, believe it or not.
It is cool. I've seen it before.
But the Wisconsin woman, basically, that story was half true. She sent her husband to the store to get some groceries, and instead he did win the lottery, but it was only like $100,000. So there was a few nuanced details that were changed.
It's either it's all true or it's all false. You can't do
I'm with
halvesies.
that. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, you're fucked up.
I changed so much of that story that it is 80% false. Just the premise of the idea
Okay.
is true.
All right. You know what?
All right.
I guess.
All right. Oh, by the way, all of these are worth 2 points. All right, Dom.
My turn.
First
My
one.
turn.
A woman in Idaho converted a 6-ton potato into a tiny house. The second story. A house in California was sold that featured dozens of people dressed in morph suits with BDSM costumes on.
The house came with those people.
A house in California was sold that featured dozens of people dressed in morph suits with BDM costumes on in the listing photos.
I'm gonna go with the California one's the real one.
It's not.
I
No
didn't even know there
way.
were 6-ton potatoes.
How did the
A
potato
woman-
even get that large?
A woman took a 6-ton potato replica and converted it into a house, a miniature
A
house.
6-ton potato replica. Okay.
I didn't remember the replica. part.
I didn't hear the replica part.
Me neither. So the house, the house in California was actually just a house with a bunch of mannequins in it.
That's not
Oh, that's
terrifying
creepy.
fucking at all.
Oh my god.
All right, Reyes.
We're just gonna skip over that.
I know. It's gonna. Oh, you're just selling a house with mannequins in it. That's normal.
That's why it's and it only
California
sold
things.
and it only sold for $500,000. Like I feel like in California that's pretty fucking cheap. So
That is
anyways,
there.
Where, right?
the next one, which one is true, which one is false? A bakery has generated a lot of business by creating sexy French waffles. The waffles are primarily phallic and dipped in creamy chocolate. The company also has waffles in the form of frosted vaginas as well. Okay. And the other one is Van Leeuwen, the company who recently made a Hidden Valley Ranch flavored ice cream, created a full course barbecue flavored ice cream in 2019 with flavors of barbecue ribs, cornbread, and mac and cheese all in one small pint.
I'm gonna go with the first one.
The bakery, that's the true one?
Yes, I think I recall hearing something about that before.
That is correct. Reyes.
Yep, I thought so. I heard something about that before.
Isn't the ice cream one? What's wrong about the ice cream run?
It was just mac and cheese.
It was just mac and cheese.
Where is
Oh,
that bakery again? I
knew it was
It
France.
is in, I believe, France.
Okay, have to go to
Um,
France. Go to that bakery.
Their
My
their
wife
bakery
there.
is called ZZ Factory. ZIZI. And it is actually pretty fucking hilarious.
That's funny.
All right. Dom. In
Yes, that's me.
2021, a YouTube channel released a 1-hour, fully animated ASMR video featuring SpongeBob, Mr. Krabs, Patrick, Squidward and his clarinet, and Gary the Snail. Or, also in 2021, a marine biologist and starfish expert discovered a real-life version of SpongeBob and Patrick when he took a picture of a yellow sea sponge and pink starfish next to each other on the same rock.
Well, that one's kind of difficult because I'm sure something like that's happened before. The second one, at least. But the first one sounds wild enough to be true.
Is it?
It's almost true.
Almost. No.
So you got it wrong.
The correct one was a marine biologist finding a yellow sponge and a pink starfish literally right next to each other. They could have been planted, I guess.
Yeah, easily planned.
But the ASMR video was a SpongeBob themed ASMR video, but it did not feature any fully animated characters. And it was all using real life objects, and it didn't have the other characters or anything else.
I should have thought about it realistically because 1 hour of animation's
It was
long
45
time.
minutes, by the way, that ASMR video.
45.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyways. Reyes.
Back to daddy.
In 2020, a YouTube channel called Pixel Riot had created a cut horror trailer of Jurassic Park, replacing the dinosaurs with Pee Wee Herman called Pee Wee Park. The group has very recently released an almost fully featured movie of Pee Wee Park that is available for viewing on YouTube. And the other one, an Oklahoma native is facing felony charges based on a 20-year overdue VHS rental of an episode of Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
What?
These are good ones.
VHS hasn't even been... Why would he even get charges? Like, nobody does VHS anymore. I mean... It sounds so unbelievable that I have to choose it. The VHS one.
And that is correct.
Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious. Basically, it was a company that went out of business. But a YouTube channel called Pixel Riot did create a horror trailer of Jurassic Park, replacing the dinosaurs with Pee Wee Herman. And it's fucking hilarious. I'll share it with you because I was laughing my ass off about it.
Oh, you have to.
I will. It's great. It's great.
It's old, isn't it? It's been on for a long time, right?
No, 2 years, 3 years only.
Really?
Oh, 2020.
All right. Oh, I think one more for we've actually got five more. We've got 5 more, but the game changes in round 2.
Okay.
Ooh. Like, what kind of changes?
It's quicker. Don't rub your nipples like that, dude.
What?
You're getting me all excited. All right. Here we go.
Tell me something new.
All right. In 2021, a team of scientists discovered that pigs and mice can breathe oxygen through their anuses. Or... someone spent $18,000 on an invisible sculpture. No, it's not an NFT. It is a 1 by 1 foot square of nothing. But the purchaser states it isn't nothing. It's made of air and spirit.
Oh no. These are both really weird things that sound...
I don't envy you, man. That's some weird shit right there. You get the weird ones, like the fucking mannequins buying the house and some other shit. Like, that's weird, man.
We're gonna get the nice one. Oh wait, I did get the SpongeBob one.
You did get the SpongeBob one.
I'm gonna go with I think the first one's real. 'Cause I think I heard something about that.
That is true. Correct. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Dom, on getting them 2 pointers.
2 points.
For what it's worth, this was the gimme one, because either way you would have got this one right, because the other one is also kind of true. The
True.
only fact that I changed about it was a 1x1 foot being a 5x5 foot. Square.
Okay, you need to stop with these almost truths.
That
here.
one I would have given
That one's-
points for both. So that one was
Okay.
impossible. It was whoever was losing was going to get that one.
You gotta stop fucking with our minds, man.
All right. So part 2 of oddities. We're shifting over to video games.
Oh no.
Oh, amen. Here we go.
Each of these are worth
Two total opposite reactions. I'm like, oh no. He's like, amen. Praise the Lord.
Each of these are worth 3 points each. Okay. Reyes, you're first. So which one is the real game and which one? Well, you got to tell me which one is the real game. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
John Stamos Simulator. A third-person adventure game where you play as John Stamos running through the city. Okay. Sex with Hitler. A visual novel and top-down shooter.
Did you just say sex with Hitler?
Sex with Hitler.
I'm just gonna pick it because you said
Did you know that Sex with Hitler also has 4 sequels to it, including
serious?
Sex with Hitler 2, Sex with Hitler World War II, Hitler BDSM Basement, and I forget what the other one's called.
Post
so
played
I
it
was
live.
right.
I did. We played it
I
live
was-
on this channel, actually.
Post played it live.
I was right.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, you were right. It's a real thing.
That's one I had to do for Reyes because I knew Dom would get that one right. All right.
I would have.
All right.
Isn't the John Stamos game real though?
Not on Steam.
Oh, I thought there was.
These are, by the
something.
way, the caveat is that all of these are on Steam. Okay.
Oh, maybe you should have mentioned that before.
Why? Okay, I'm sorry. Did you want me to take your points back and have you try again?
No, I'll take the points because I just
like. All right, Dom. All right. Watching grass grow in VR. The VR game where you shoot rockets at enemies who try to ruin your front yard. Or Erectonauts, an interactive VR music game where you grow an erection to completion by hitting all the notes.
Oh, okay.
I want to
take
play
back my
that game.
amen. I take back my amen. The first one, that's a real game, but I don't remember the rockets, so I'm gonna go with the second one.
So I'm going to let you guys know that this one doesn't have almost fakes. All of the fake games in this one I have pretty much created on my own. Okay.
You just said that too.
So the correct answer was watching grass grow in VR. There is rockets
That one's
that you
real.
use. Yes. I'm sorry, Dom.
I don't remember the rockets part.
That's I don't know when they come in play, but it's a big part of the gameplay, at least on their trailers. All right.
What possessed you
Shit.
in your mind to come up with a game where you play music to shit?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea.
I didn't think about that. That it was kind of weird. What were you thinking of?
And now somebody's gonna watch this
What were
and
you
make that
I-
game.
Hey,
What were you
that'd be
listening
funny.
to?
People would buy it. I was actually working when I thought of these. That's weird. Next one, Reyes.
All right, let's see what craziness your diabolical and
Dive in the post's imagination.
psychologically messed up
Game
mind.
Game
has
number
for
one.
us.
Shower with your dad simulator. A fast-paced shower simulation where you shower with your dad. Game number 2. It's called Tiny. It's a third-person isometric action game where you play as a very large bulldog staving off enemies from getting to your owner.
I think Tiny
Is the real one?
is
Or the
the
fake?
real one.
That's incorrect. The real one
good
is
shit post.
Shower with Your Dad Simulator.
What
I
the
saw that.
fuck, man?
It's literally a stupid, like... Have you ever played iDarb? Or ever heard of that? Either of
I
you?
think I heard
No.
iDarb.
It's a really bad 2D pixel art game, and it's so bad. Oh man. Yeah, I came up with that tiny game, by the way.
That one was really good post. You put a lot of information in it.
I did.
And I was like, that sounds kind of true, but I knew the other game.
Oh, did you really? Oh, good.
I heard of it
I'm
before.
picking you guys for the right ones. Okay. Dom. First game. Stink Bomb. A 2D pixel art game where you need to navigate to the end goal and let off a stink bomb without being found out by the teachers. Or game number 1. Pineapple on Pizza. An exploration game on an island where people are dancing and you try to ruin their party.
Oh,
Which one is
no.
the real game?
Oh, this one's rough.
That's what she said.
This is the first one, the real one.
Which one was that one? Stink Bomb?
The stink bomb. Yeah.
That was my made-up game.
I for some reason I thought the pineapple one was the game.
I couldn't believe
For
the pineapple
some reason.
one. Dude, I'm sorry.
I was
guys.
thinking that, like, don't you like pineapple on pizza?
I do. That's
And I
why.
was
That's what.
thinking
That's
that,
why.
dude.
I got
that's
pineapple
why-
on my
Pizza.
pizza right here.
Look at this fucking guy. He's always
Oh,
eating
shit.
pizza on this
Hello.
show.
And I was
all right.
thinking, like, maybe you made that one because you pineapple pizza. And I was like, that's probably post.
Nope. Man, I kind of like when I was thinking about this, I was like, oh, these would actually be like totally really fun, cool games to put out on Steam for like $5. People would buy it. All right, last one. Reyes.
Haha.
Wait. Yeah, Reyes is the last one, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
You're dang right.
That's
I'm
weird.
right.
How come he got to go twice?
I know. I started this and I'll end it too. That's how I roll.
Oh. Okay, no. Okay, I unhighlighted the wrong one. There's 2 more.
Oh.
All right.
Ah.
Sure.
Game number 1. There is no game. A puzzle game that tries to express the fact that there is no game. Or game number 2. Zombie Slutvivers. A third-person action game where you destroy zombies with sex toys.
Game number 2.
Game number 1 is the correct answer.
No!
You that one too. No.
I knew. See,
You
Dom,
messed with me good too. You messed. I thought you laughing and
is it
and
because I laughed at
describing
my
it
own
as like,
joke? It's because I laughed at my own joke.
Ex-
So like,
Exactly. I thought it was more like shock and all like
Uh-huh.
reading it. Like you can't believe what was wrote.
oh,
Ugh.
man.
My head peeked up when you said there is no game.
Yeah, you knew it because you knew right away. You're like, oh, I know that game.
Mm. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dom. I'm trying to make it hard on you guys. All right,
No, you're doing great.
Dom. I like how you're like, yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great. I saw that.
That's
Okay,
Dom,
last
that's
one.
the same thing he said to his wife. He's trying to make it hard. What?
Last one. But Dom's gonna know this one. All right. Game number 1. Sweet Tooth. A game where you play as a vengeful ice cream man searching for the murderer of his daughter.
What?
Who said what? Oh, Reyes said
I
what?
did.
Okay. Or game number 2, I Am Bread. A game where you are, well, bread to fulfill your
I Am
mission
Bread.
of becoming toast. Yes. I Am Bread is the game.
Man, there's some weird ass fucking games out there.
All right. At least Dom got a 3-pointer.
Yay.
I had so much fun making that game.
I bet you did.
Sweet Tooth sounds like an actual game, though. But besides the vengeful father,
the idea came from Twisted Metal. There's a character in a game called Twisted Metal called Sweet Tooth, who is a murderous ice cream truck driver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never played Twisted Metal.
I'll be playing it tomorrow when I'm at Midwest Gaming Classic, because they have a bunch of old PS1s and PS2s set up.
IRL Bucket Byte stream? IRL?
No, that's too much work. I can't do it. All right. So yeah, congratulations. Reyes with 7 points, Dom with 5.
Woo! I took it home.
Dom matching his point total from last week, and Reyes coming up one short so far. I have one more game planned for you guys today.
One more.
Is it a game where you're able to participate? It's fun when you're able to participate.
Hey, someone's got to drive the ship.
We can ask you questions.
Someone's got to drive the ship.
Don't make me call up Cliff.
Hey, there's no cliff here. Hey,
that's almost gonna be bad for you, Dom. I'm just gonna be honest right now.
He might cook me again. He might just punch me in the face through my camera.
Hey, Dom, how's the job hunt going? I know you said you were looking for jobs earlier, right?
Mm-hmm. Right now, I'm looking for internships.
Mostly internships.
Yeah, I just sent on an email before the show about trying to get an internship.
Okay,
go for paid. Go for paid.
What Dave told me to try to do. So
okay, through your college.
Yeah.
What are you going to? What are you going to school for? If you don't mind me asking.
Cybersecurity.
That's right.
I'm getting my associates right now because I wasn't sure if I would like cybersecurity.
Sure,
but I'm liking it. It seems fun.
Good. Don't only go for the ones that your college recommends. Go for other businesses and corporations. Just contact their HR, and they'll get you with the university recruiting offices. Okay. So go for paid internships. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Or just walk into their establishment without pants on, and you'll for sure get their attention.
Yeah. Don't follow his advice. Yeah, that's bad advice.
I'm gonna get a notorious nickname.
Okay, well, so you can't just walk into a place with your pants off. I get it. That's like kind of borderline illegal. But what about side hustles? Have you done really any kind of like side hustles, Dom, at all?
I have actually.
Oh, really?
So
like what?
Yeah, I used to crush cans, and I would get a bag of cans, and I would
take them to the recycling place.
Scrapyard.
Yeah, dude.
Recycling. But yeah, I used to do that a long time ago. I stopped doing it because one time the buildup was so bad, I didn't want to touch a can ever again.
Oh, really?
The buildup was really bad. It was like years of buildup, and we were just dumping it in the side of our yard. Oh. And eventually we're like, we got to get rid of it. And I was like, okay.
I'll get some money.
It's already gone. It's gone.
Well, that's all right.
But that took at least like 3 days. It was just constant whoosh, whoosh, and it took like 4 bags. Jeez. The other side hustle, I guess you can consider it like my first job. I used to work at the commissary at a military base near me.
Really?
Yeah. I used to be a grocery stocker, and I was hooked up with pizzas, other frozen dishes, and
what base?
I did Fort Eustis.
Fort Eustis? Okay.
Yeah. I was at Fort Eustis for a while doing grocery stocking, and I would always help out here and there and do extra things that they wanted me to do. And that was basically my first job, but it was mostly on the side.
Yeah. What about you, Reyes?
Side hustles, man. I have tried quite. I've done what Dom has done before. I've done that. I've worked while I was in the Army. I actually did some side hustles. I would go to hospitals around the area. I kind of work for them a little bit too. It's double dipping. They kind of frown upon that.
Okay.
But I didn't care. And there was
like what made it a side hustle though?
It's a side hustle because one, if you're in the Army, you're getting salary, right?
Sure.
That's that and you usually work, your entire time. I would go and I would work agency.
Okay.
And so agency, if you're working for an agency as an LPN or an RN, what they're doing is if they need you for those hours, it's basically on call.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to a new place you've never been to before. You have to learn all their systems and everything on hand, and you have to take care of patients you've never worked with before.
Okay.
Oh.
So, but because it's on call and it's agency, they pay you higher than the normal rate. So I would do that on my time off.
Okay.
And get extra money in, and it was good. It was good pay because they tax you less too. So it's
wow.
not, to me. I mean, you could work an 8-hour shift, but usually if you're going into a brand new place you've never worked at before, you're working more towards a 12 to 14-hour shift.
When you say they tax you less, were they paying you under the table, Reyes?
I wish.
Did you enjoy doing it? That's a
Fuck no.
I mean, yeah, but who likes doing a side hustle? Like, let's be real.
Fuck no.
I kind of, yeah. I mean, maybe because I only had like 2 side hustles in total.
Sure. Yeah, well, one of them was kind of like almost a real job though at the commissary, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got to think about it. Like a side hustle is kind of like you got your full job, and then hey, I do this to make a little bit extra cash, right? So I guess that maybe wasn't a fair question to get to you.
I forgot. This one's actually genuinely side.
OnlyFans.
Pallets. No.
Oh.
Wooden pallets. There's places that will take pallets and pay you to bring them pallets. And I would help my dad out with that a lot. So we would have a trailer just filled to the top with like pallets, front to back of the trailer.
Would you steal them from like the back of a Kmart? Because when I worked at Kmart, people would steal the pallets all the time, and we'd have to like fucking yell at people. Look at that smile. That is the smile of a guilty man. That is the smile of a guilty man.
If we saw a lot of pallets behind a store, that was a gold mine.
You're one of those. That's funny.
We did it at like 2 or 3 a.m.
Yo, so like you didn't like your thought process wasn't like, oh man, this isn't sus at all.
We thought they were like throwing them away. My dad probably knew better, but when I was a kid, I was like, oh, they're just throwing them away.
Well, your dad took you. How old were you?
That was like 6 to 13.
Bro, you stole that many pallets for 6 years?
He's had trailers filled with them, and like we used to drive F-350s, and back of the beds would be filled with pallets.
Bro,
that's hilarious.
Strap them all down and bring them over.
I mean, hey man, whatever you gotta do to make the money, keep the lights on, man. I guess I get it. That's funny.
That was mostly my dad's side hustle, but I was there for it, and I got paid like a couple times.
Sure. Oh, dude, that's so.
He's retired from that. It makes you feel better.
I'd say the same thing too. Let's see. What if I know that. I guess this is just for people who are looking for like side things to do. I don't recommend going and stealing pallets from businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Don't leave them out.
At the start of COVID, I actually did like grocery shopping for people because they didn't want to go outside and go to the store. So I was bringing in like $1,000 a week almost to grocery shop.
Really?
Yeah, but I mean, I was putting in.
You said this on stream before.
Obviously you got to pay the taxes at the end of the year. But that was a good little side hustle. And if you don't mind grocery shopping, like shit, man. I mean, that's a nice way to bring in. Like if you do it like 8 hours a week, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you could bring in like $200-300. So, I mean, not bad. It's not a lot of money, but
you took you saw the opportunity and you took it.
Well, the funny thing is I started doing it before COVID because
really?
I needed money because my company didn't pay me enough. Which is funny because, well, I'm not going to get into it, but I started an LLC for my coffee, right? That's kind of a side gig, right?
Yeah.
So, streaming's a side gig. I've made money doing that. You know,
A lot of people DoorDash.
Yeah, DoorDash. Yeah, the same thing, right? So like when I was doing Shipped, DoorDash, or Instacart, things like that. But yeah, there's money to be made there if you're willing to put in the time for it. But you just got to remember the taxes at the end of the year, right? So
really, and that's what it comes all down to, though, right? Time. It's like it really is time. You have. I'm impressed that you have the side hustles you have and what you're doing with 2 kids and a wife.
It's only
and a
almost
full-time job.
It's only almost costed me my marriage like 5 times. So it's finding balances. You got to find balance.
Yeah. And so me, I'm going insane myself. Like, how do I find time for these things? Because we're doing so much, and I'm like, I want to do this and this and this. And
yeah, but you're also practically like working slave labor hours, dude. So I'm just saying.
Don't bring back the traumatization.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. I wouldn't do what you do for the hours you do, anyways. So Reyes, did you want to talk about your Jeremy's chocolates?
Oh, sure. I would love to.
I like
so
it's just like what is it? What is this?
What is Jeremy's chocolate?
So Jeremy's chocolate is, and a reason why I'm talking about this. Let me go back to why I wanted to talk about this, because I saw a commercial, and it was just something that popped up, right? It was a commercial, and it was created by the Daily Wire, and it was in response to a marketing campaign that Hershey's came out with. So Hershey's came out with a marketing campaign during International Women's Day and things like that week, and it was featuring a man who identified as a woman to be the spokesperson for them.
Wait, for who?
For Hershey.
Oh, is that what they were talking about in that video?
And yeah, and so they were like, so they called it Hershey for them. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And I was like, so what's, and I'm like, okay, the video's going normal. Oh, like, okay, I see this, I see that.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Jeremy's chocolate is like bashing it. And it's like, I'm making my own chocolate, and my chocolate is gonna be different. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? And and their chocolate was called he, him, and she, her. And I was like, oh man, this is I was like, this person.
That's because Hershey did Hershey.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I was like, and this guy from the Daily Wire, I think it called Jeremy Boring or Borig. It's I don't know what his last name pretty much is. I don't know how to say it, but I was like, he made that campaign, that marketing campaign in response to that. And to me, I'm like, why would you even do that?
Yeah.
I'm just like, to me, I'm like, it was interesting. It's an interesting thing to get some visibility. I mean, you're certainly going to get some hate mail on both ends.
I'm sure he got a lot of hate mail.
Oh man. I mean, on both ends, people for it and against it. But to me, I was like, man, but what's surprising, what I found out is that the Jeremy's chocolate, their chocolate bars, since they came out with that, they've been selling well since their launch.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's both sides of the aisle, right? So like the people that are, the people that are like, they don't agree with the whole pronoun changing and things like that, they're going to eat that shit up.
Yeah.
To me, I think it's funny. Tom, I'll let you speak in a second.
It's, oh God.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go, bro. Go
ahead. Go ahead.
I got it. All right. So, oh god, it's so petty because they're buying his chocolate just to be petty. Most of the time, that's what I find it to be. It's off pettiness, and it's so funny and so ridiculous that it makes me laugh.
I agree with you. I will, at face value, if it wasn't created just because of there being a trans person representing the her-she thing, if it wasn't for that, it would actually be kind of funny to me. Because, the he-him has nuts and the she-her doesn't have nuts. Like, it's... At face value,
like that's kind of funny, right?
No, I get why they did it, and I think it's kind of funny. But the thing that sucks about it is that it literally, like, the video that he made that you showed us, like, it was legitimately because Hershey did a Hershey who was being represented by a trans woman, and that's like it just sucks that they made it just because of that, out of spite.
Yeah, it felt like it was fueled by hate.
Because when they do that, it makes it look like, and it pretty much, in my opinion, looks like an attack, right? And to me, you should respect everybody's opinions. And so that's their opinion. Their perspective is their truth. That's their belief. Respect that. You can have your own perspective and your own truth, and you expect the same back for them to respect that. Now, if they're going to disrespect you and make fun of you, then okay, that respect is gone. So now you have it going back and forth, and when is it going to end? To me, I'm like, okay, I respect you. Your opinions, your beliefs, fine. You respect me. My opinions are my beliefs. But that's how we can have a constructive conversation, though, right? So we may not agree on this. We may have different perspectives, but that's why it's a constructive conversation instead of a what? Destructive conversation. Well, there's no point in having those.
Unfortunately, there's people on both sides of any kind of topic or conversation that's up for, regardless if it's a debatable topic. There's people on both sides of the aisle that always have to feel like they are the right, like their way, it's the right way, it's the only way, when it's not always the case. And, unfortunately, that's just the way it is, so.
Yeah, it's sad.
But like I said, I know what they were going for. If it wasn't fueled by hate and like they, it would be funny to me. But you could tell based on the video that like they did it completely out of spite. And that's the only reason I don't find it, like, I wouldn't go buy this stuff. Even, I'll just let it go. But it's just a shame that they did it out of spite rather than to be unique and just to be funny. Right?
Like at first when I saw the video, to be completely honest, I thought it was a joke.
Oh, sure.
I didn't think it was a real,
it seemed over the top,
company or a video in response to that. I just thought it was a joke.
Yep.
And then I'm like, well, wait a minute, this is actually real. This isn't a joke. This isn't, this isn't a skit. And that's what really surprised me.
Like the Malort commercial, that's 100% a skit.
I know,
but that's not shrouded in hate. But
it is shrouded in truth, though. Malort. Ugh.
Oh, Jesus. It's interesting. In the past, I probably would have been pretty ignorant to stuff. I think I've grown a lot in terms of understanding people and how like other people feel and think and stuff like that. So like, 12 years ago, I probably would have laughed at that and said, "Oh, this is hilarious." But it's funny how like just, I don't know, opening up to just respecting other people's beliefs just kind of opens that door to, I guess it's really hard to kind of articulate my thoughts here. Opening up your respect of other people's beliefs and how they live their lives they're getting mad over somebody for how they live their life is something that's so stupid to me. And I mean, to a degree, there's really some stupid fucking people out there.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I agree with what you said, though. You know, it's like some people have to like want to force it down your throats, and it's like no. It's like I respect your thoughts, you respect mine. Okay, we can agree to disagree. That's perfectly fine. It really is, and it's to me. Some people get so upset about that, and it's like no, you have to agree with me. No, that's no, I don't. You know, and not everybody does. That doesn't make them angry at you. That doesn't make them whatever kind of negative connotation you have behind it. That just means they don't agree with you. It could be for many, many different reasons.
Sure.
You know, societal, how they grew up, their values. It doesn't, you know, their experiences. Everybody's different.
Right.
Just respect it. And if you don't like it, you don't have to associate with them.
Can I just say that Dom has the most disappointed dad face ever? He just looks so disappointed in us for even thinking it's a little bit funny. He's just like, you fucking ignorant pieces of shit.
It's not like that.
No, I know.
I could say the same thing that Post said, that I was ignorant. I was actually a little asshole not too long ago.
Well, it's funny how you grow as a person over time. It's interesting.
You really do.
Like
until the day you die.
Well, and see, I don't want to get political because there's people who like shit on politicians for changing. Oh, you voted this way before, and then now you're voting this way, and like, oh, what's all money? But like, no, like people grow. You know, people's opinions change on how they view things, so it happens.
The world changes. You have to change to adapt. If you don't adapt, you're stagnant. You're left in the dust. You have to be able to change with things. You have to be able to innovate and make changes to things.
Right.
It's interesting to me.
I agree.
So wait, that chocolate's actually on shelves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think it's online only.
I think it's online.
Online only.
It is. I did look it up to see what else they did because I was actually really curious to see how much more products they have that were shrouded in that kind of negative connotation.
Mm-hmm.
Is there more?
Not. They had some other products, but it didn't look like the same thing. That was like the rest of their stuff looked fine.
You think it was like is this like the manufacturer? Is that the right term to use? Is that like a big company?
Oh, I don't know who manufactures it, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they get that chocolate from a third party, right?
Mm-hmm. Probably. I mean, there's many
the commercial. Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, and when it comes to manufactured items, they could have their own distributor,
they're
or a partner
fucking nuts,
who
dude.
does it.
They are nuts for these pricing.
Oh man, what's the pricing?
$25 for a 4-pack.
Wow,
of cocoa, bro. Of cocoa.
Jeez, and it says they're selling well too.
Oh,
of course they're going to say they're selling well. I'm sure. I mean, like I said, anything. That's just like the people who support, something just because they've got, some backing from something else they support.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's going to sell well because they have a group that's going to support it. There's a group for everything.
They have a little cult.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, if you got a cult following, no, it's not a wrong phrase because if you have a cult following of something, like they're going to support it just because it's just part of what they believe in. So, but talking about shoving things down your mouth or throat. I'm sorry. No, like AI's been getting shoved down our throat. It's everywhere. It's fucking everywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
Figuratively, not. I'm sorry. Am I boring you down? He's like,
no,
guys.
No, I was thinking about something because Chat GPT is getting locked down on. I think right now, like some colleges are picking up on it.
I didn't know that the college. Well, I mean, I'm sure like they would eventually start picking up on this stuff, but like Reyes brought it up. He threw the bite in the bucket. I want to know what you wanted to say on it. By the way, that's a nice sweater you're wearing.
Thank you. Thank you very
sweater.
much. So
Where did you get it from?
Personally designed myself. I spent so many hours and days working on it just to get it just right.
Sounds like you don't like it.
I love it. Thank you.
Did you happen to get it from our merch store?
The BucketFytes merch store. Back to the link tree.
Yes, I need to get some more shirts, honestly. It's getting warmer here. So,
well, you're in Texas, so it's fucking warm. Anyways, AI. What's up?
So, yes. So, just so you're aware, okay, now for AI, Elon Musk and other tech leaders have actually signed an open letter calling on AI developers and giant AI companies who are developing them to pause on AI experiments.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a quote, and I'm going to read it for you. Why? It says, the petition, which more than 1,000 AI experts have signed, warns that artificial intelligence poses profound risks to society and humanity, and asks AI researchers to put their projects on ice for at least 6 months. And the developers are, per the developers, per the letter, as I word, developers are locked in an out-of-control race to develop and deploy even more powerful digital minds that no one, not even their creators, can understand, predict, or reliably control, because it has a tendency to confidently pump out misinformation, automate jobs, the potential to, and outsmart and replace us as humans to the point that we risk loss of control of our civilization.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I know we talked about this a little bit before about AI and the potential of great things with it, but also the potential of kind of job loss and outsourcing with robotics and things like that too in AI learning. It's almost like a Terminator scenario, right? But still, that's really telling, and it's really interesting to me, though, that, I mean, you have Elon Musk and over 1,000 artificial intelligence experts have signed this from, and the calling on big tech corporations to kind of pause it a little bit because they're advancing so fast and they're competing with each other now, because it really is that way. I know at my company now there's huge emphasis on AI, push AI, like, hey, you got to learn about it, you got to push it. And so it's the same way at a lot of others. So if it's this way and you're now constantly competing to push it forward faster and faster, well, okay, when does it get out of control? I think is what they're stating now in this petition, before making kind of like, hey, here, how are some laws, or how do you regulate it better before we continue to further push this and it gets out of hand?
It's a fair point.
That quote you had was very deep.
Oh,
I know. I was like, I was like, wow,
that was something.
I don't know. I have this weird stance with the internet related things where I for the most part feel like it should be open and free and should just be allowed to develop to a degree. Now obviously but where's that fine line to start restricting and start regulating? That's it's an interesting point. Because
I feel like that's when they're gonna. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you didn't.
I feel like that's why they're having this halt, to figure out like what the guidelines should be or what we should stop at. I feel like this might be the time period.
What are the examples that are currently happening? Is this all simply just to be proactive before bad things start happening, or is there things happening right now that can be used or posed as a real threat?
I don't know. I can't say that, but at the same time, when you mention proactive, would we rather them be proactive or be reactive? Because if they're reacting after the fact, and AI can process and do things way faster than us and pull from all these knowledge bases, and meaning the knowledge base is supplied with or what it's searching may not be accurate. But take Dom, for example. You said you're in school for cybersecurity.
Dom is an AI.
Right? Imagine an AI is programmed with all of your black hat, white hat, gray hat items.
I thought you said something different at first.
And is also, your malicious actors and everything else, and is also programmed on the cybersecurity side. Who's to say, with all that knowledge, an AI cannot crack in to almost any sort of system or server instantaneously? When already in the cybersecurity space, you're already playing catch up, right?
Yeah.
They've been calling for cybersecurity experts for many years now. Since the federal government even provides free training for so people can get cybersecurity certifications, because they are so far behind the ball when it comes to cybersecurity. Because these hackers, when something new comes out, they're immediately on it, and you're still trying to patch something that happened 6 months ago, right? Or 3 months ago. Now you have an AI that's even more capable to do it even faster. Just a scenario. Not saying it is. Not saying it's happened. So and now again, that goes back to ethics and guidelines and how it's developed and what it is. But if you're able to develop it yourself and you don't have that, how do you make these guidelines? How do you stop it? I don't know. I don't have any answers to this. I don't know. I'm learning about it myself.
You know that there's like in science, right? They have like bioethics or something like that, where they decide if it's ethical or not to do certain things to DNA. Do you think there's going to be something like that for like AI and stuff, or is there already something for that?
I mean, there's got to be some kind of
AI ethics.
Do you know what? Yeah. I think I think right now there's no regulations. I think it's completely Wild West, and that's why they're trying to take a look at it. I think that's the only explanation to me as to why they're asking AI developers to pause, because there is no set law or set rule or regulation that they need to follow. So I understand that you can't have a Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. I think where AI is right now, you can improve upon it, but for what I think the average consumer uses AI for is totally fine. But the problem is people will use it in a malicious way. It's going to happen. There's no doubt in my mind. It's already happening. But I guess I answered my own question. So I don't know. I think a pause of 6 months isn't going to do anything. Just like pausing anything in the past has not done anything. Let's be real, right? So I don't know. So what do you guys say? Unless somebody else has something else to say on it before we go.
Well, I wanted to. So remember how I said colleges are cracking down on the chat? Is it GPT?
Yeah, Chat GPT. That's the big one that's come out by OpenAI.
The most recent case I've heard was someone from St. John's University in New York. Their professor emailed him saying that I know you use ChatGPT and we're considering getting rid of you, basically, or terminating the because of plagiarism and stuff, because the AI is pulling from different sources and stuff. And that's
but what are you doing when you're writing fucking paper, though? But what are you doing when you're writing a paper? You're pulling information from different sources. So you're referencing shit that's already out there anyways. The main difference is that you're not I understand, because you're not learning it for yourself.
Yeah, but they run algorithms. The problem is they run algorithms which look at what you've written, compared to what's in the books and kind of the knowledge base it pulls from. And if it's like word for word from what's written, because it's supposed to be put in your own voice, kind of, in your own terminology,
Sure.
On how you write it. Now, if it's word for word, and I think they have a certain percentage, like if you're above like 40% plagiarized, like they're like, no, it's a fail automatically.
I think so.
Right, and so it's something like that in that algorithm. So if ChatGPT is just pulling from all these knowledge bases and putting it word for word and combining it, then when they run it through the algorithm and it comes up like 90%, they're going to be like, no, you cheated, right? And there's going to be like, no way. And I think a corporation or somebody has recently come out with something that it's like it checks what you've written. And it's like, okay, hey, has this been written from Chat GPT or a human? I don't know how, and I'm not 100% accurate on it, but I could have sworn I saw something like maybe earlier this week or last week.
I've got issues with that, because what if I write a fucking article or an essay or whatever, and just my own writing and note style, I write it in a way that might somewhat flag a filter for an AI generated answer. Like that's bullshit. Because then I have no ground to stand on because I was false flagged for something.
Yeah, and that's I agree with you with that, because now it's like, okay, the AI is supposed to be an assistive device to help you, not to replace you. And so if it's helping to basically sift through and filter through the knowledge out there and give you pertinent results, and obviously it has its subcategories, which is why it has like its 1, 2, and 3 next to everything it gives you, so you can review it yourself. It always suggests it too. We're only giving you, what we think. It may not be accurate. Review it on your own. And so in that mind, it's like, oh, well, it's an assistive device. I should be able to use an assistive device to help me allocate this information. Helps me save time saving, right? On the other hand, if you just have it do everything for you and you're not doing what it suggests, you're not researching through it to see if the information's accurate, you're taking it at face value and just copy and pasting it, then that's a problem, because you're really not putting any effort in besides asking it a question.
Yeah.
So
I can see it from both ends.
Did we take your whole topic way off the rails, Dom?
I think you did, but but at the same time, it's good though, because it brings up more questions, because it went from what we had to kind of what he brought up for college now, because really college has been getting worse and worse a little bit when everybody has all these assistive devices now. I mean, heck, poster boy, when you and I were in school, we didn't have computers or tablets. We had hard-covered books we had to carry and log our ass around.
Got a rock and a chisel.
And now kids have freaking tablets, all right? And so I'm not saying we're old, but that's how fast things have moved. Okay, Dom, I'm watching you. Okay, I'm watching you. Well, but that's how fast things are developed. Things are coming out so fast. And so now are they putting in the same effort? Like, we had to read our stuff like, this sucks, right?
Yeah.
So it's different. It's different nowadays. It's different generationally. How do you make kids put in almost the same effort now, or to retain that knowledge?
Well, that's just it, retaining. And I've gotten progressively worse and worse at this as time has gone on, as technology has aided me in remembering things for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a point. So I don't know. It's interesting.
I mean, heck, we're ranked in education like 20th something in the world.
Yeah,
it keeps going down each year.
And it goes down each year, where other countries are required to remember. They don't do the multiple fill in the box. Hey, which one's right? They're required to remember their answers.
Well,
it's it's different.
Without PowerPoint slides, I'd be a mess.
See, and that's like some shit we never fucking did. Like we did it like for a couple classes when I was in school, but that was it.
Mm-hmm.
And like my daughter's
Did you
sitting
have
there.
the projector on the cart?
What? No, we didn't have to do that. Actually, it's fun. Well, never mind. I won't bring that up. But my daughter's in the last couple of years, she's already had to give me 2 or 3 PowerPoint presentations for school.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like,
that's crazy. We never did that.
I mean, well, I know in 8th grade we did because we had a project.
But it was better than like
rare.
poster boards, though.
Super rare.
It's so much better than poster boards, though. If
hey,
poster boards
100%,
were like the worst.
100%. Let me give you an example of how technology has like really altered like the world out there. Because my job, this is a good example of how quickly shit moves. When I started my job, I do like HVAC kind of like design sales, right? So part of my job is looking at mechanical blueprints and determining what's needed and everything like that. And you do these things called takeoffs. So you pretty much just fucking count, what you need of what kind of product and where it is and everything. And like, before I knew it, like I was doing it on a computer by myself because I hated doing it on paper. And now like everyone does it on the computer. It's most of it is automated. It's so fucking fast. And I couldn't imagine going back to doing it the paper way. So, and for some reason, you'd think construction would be one of those industries that's so like fucking high up in like what they use technology for. It's not. It's fucking not. It's so bad. But anyway, sorry.
You would think the federal government is too, but they're way behind.
No, I wouldn't, because they're all old as shit. So I have no expectations for anybody. Anyways, I'm sorry. That's ageist. Hey, we're gonna play.
Dom calls us boomers when technically that's incorrect. That's the generation kind of above us, maybe almost 2 above us. But still,
Damn, 2?
Yeah, that's 2.
Yep.
Yeah, shut up, Dom.
Yeah, we're the millennials, bruh. We're the millennials, okay? Millennium, okay? We literally straddle the line between, the 20th and 21st century.
And everybody
There's 2
hates
types
us.
of millennials. There's the ones that think they're a lot older than they are, and the ones that are a little too young.
Yep, I'm both.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I'm both.
You're just a cranky old man.
I am a cranky old man. I am. Anyways, we're playing Game Bytes now. We're gonna wrap up the show. We're playing Game Bytes. It's a game called Game Bytes. Each one of these is worth a potential 3 points each. This is a shorter one than the last one.
Let's do it.
All right.
Short.
You guys remember Game Bytes, right?
Yes.
I'm ready.
You're not ready. All right. Dom, you're going to go first. This review is brought to us by Flappy Seal. And his review of this game is, "Hey, game dev. When we said we loved it when you made Crash games, this wasn't quite what we meant."
All right, I'm gonna need another one.
Okay. We're down to 2 points now. This one comes from username Moosefoot, and their review was, "Obviously, this game, for its PlayStation release, deserves all the awards it has gotten. The PC port, however, was not very well done."
Oh no, it's a PlayStation game? I'm out already. Hold on. PC port wasn't that good. Oh, you're gonna have to give me,
all right, one more. This review comes from username Ruthless J, and his review was, "The last of my GPU."
That's The Last of Us.
That is correct. Dom for 1.
I thought about it for the second one because on Trello you said The Last of Us port is awful.
Yeah, well, yeah. All right, Reyes. 1 point for Dom.
I'm
Reyes.
screwed.
No. All right. For 3 points, this review comes from Totino's Pizza Boy. Their review is, "Can throw children, at other children.
What game has that?
To be honest, they might have taken this out of the game at this point. I can't remember. Okay, I'm assuming you're not going to get it from that one. Okay.
No.
Review number 2. I forgot to write down the username, apparently. And their review was 90% hit chance, miss. 90% hit chance, miss. 90% hit chance, miss. You have died.
Ooh.
I don't. Jeez. What is it?
There's a lot of games with something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that Call of Duty? Black Ops?
Look in the shades.
No.
Battlefield? I don't know.
Okay, last one. I can finally I can play D&D alone because I don't have any friends.
D&D alone? I don't know. I have no clue.
You can get this, Reyes.
Finally, I can play D&D alone because I don't have any friends.
Remember the other clues.
90%.
I can throw kids at other kids. It's not Baldur's Gate. Is it Baldur's Gate?
Are you asking or answering? I'm trying to.
I'm gonna say Baldur's Gate.
It is Baldur's Gate.
Oh wow!
For 1 point. You can throw. You were used to be able to throw the kids in that first village. You could throw kids, pick them up, and throw them into other kids.
That sounds so
Fucked up.
funny.
That's funny though.
Pretty fucked up. And okay, Dom. For 3 points. This comes from username William. Only people like Elon Musk can buy the whole game. My advice to you is to just buy the base game and install mods instead. I used mods like Wicked Williams to turn it into Ultimate Sex Game.
Sims 4.
It is Sims 4! For 3.
3 points.
Is.
All right, Reyes is not going to get this because I don't think he's.
That was a good review. I like that one.
There's no way I'm going to get this, but he's going to give it to me anyway.
Yeah, this one's harder. Review number 3 comes from username. So you can't see my eyeglasses. Dionysus, and their review is: if you are relaxing, then you are playing the game wrong.
What?
If you are
relaxing,
then you are playing the game wrong. You know, if I had to give a hint, this would insinuate that this could be a relaxing game, but it also could not be.
I think I know.
I don't know.
You think you know?
I don't know. I need another one.
I think so.
I'd be curious. Message me on Discord. All right. Review number 2. This comes from Los Cojones. And the review is the closest thing to touching grass I've done.
If you're relaxing, you're playing the game wrong, and then the closest thing to touching grass I've done. What is it, like a Grand Theft Auto game?
Dom's visible disappointment in his giggle was nope. All right, last one. If I feel bad because Reyes isn't gonna know this one. This review comes from Birdie. Spent a week giving a girl flowers and buying her beer. Asked her to a dance with me, and she said, "Ew, no." Very realistic. 10 out of 10.
Is this like the fucking Sims or something like that, or Civilization or something?
Did the Sims?
Oh,
I don't know what this is. What is this?
Oh, all right.
It was Stardew Valley.
I have never heard of that.
One of the
My
most
first guess
fun,
was,
chill games out there. If you've never played it, like it's even available on phones. Even it's basically you start a farm and you can fucking. There's a lot more to it than that. There's like caves and fighting and other shit, but like, it's a good time. I'm sorry, Reyes. You
For
just
the first one, I thought it was. For the first one, I thought it was like Minecraft because Minecraft can be like.
Right.
Now I gotta eat because I'm depressed.
You know what happens when you depress eat? You look like me.
No, I'm not that depressed.
Wow. All right. All right, we're fucking out of here. Another Bucket Bytes fight is about to begin. Anyways, that's all I had for today. I don't know if you guys had anything left over that you guys wanted to discuss, but just a quick reminder that we do have our game of the month going on right now. This is the last week for you to try and enter. We had our secret code earlier, but I'll give it again now. It is BB Replica, BBREPLIKA. That will go in the second secret code slot, not the third, because apparently I went out of order last time like an idiot. And we'll be announcing that winner and the next game of the month on next week's episode. Which I'm sure there'll be some discussion about the Midwest Gaming Classic that I'm going to tomorrow with my family. Looking forward to that. So there's no E3 here in the Milwaukee area, but there is the Midwest Gaming Classic, and I'm going to have a lot of fun, drink a lot of... I don't think they have beer there.
Juice.
Yeah, I'm going to have... They have root beer. Ooh, they had a root beer, like van truck there, whatever you want to call it. And
Van truck?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like a stall.
It's gonna be delicious.
And it was so fucking sweet, it made me feel sick.
We want to see pictures. You're gonna have to post that up on Bucket
on my
Bucket.
OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/papapost.
The only OnlyFans account that gets negative money.
I mean, someone else is running my OnlyFans, so I mean, I don't even own my own OnlyFans page. That's Seymour.
But you have one.
I do have one. So, yeah, with that, we'll see you guys next week. Dom, Reyes, I appreciate you guys for hanging out tonight. Glad my power didn't go out. And we'll catch you on the flip-flop. Later!
Peace!
Bucket Bytes is recorded in front of a live Twitch audience over at twitch.tv/BucketBytes. You can also find us on our Linktree, linktr.ee/BucketBytes, where you can find all of our social medias and also some merchandise, and the newly founded www.BucketBytes.gg. It's where you can listen to all of our podcast episodes in your web browser. Stay tuned for a quick sneak peek at what's going to be given to our Patreon supporters for a little bit of extra content this week. We like to record before and after the episodes, so you can just kind of see what goes on before the shows. Thank you for listening. I'm Papa. Goodbye. Hey, how did you guys feel about that the Josh challenge thing?
And I think I
Can
should
you just do me a
keep
favor,
using it.
Poster Boy, though, real quick? Can you take off those motherfucking glasses?
Like, no,
You
that's
wanna
true.
see, like my glasses make my eyes look really big. Watch. They change size.
Whoa!
I don't know if it's like.
Your eyes got smaller. How'd you do that?
What do you mean?
Do it again. Whoa, they got smaller. Wait,
They got bigger.
no, they got smaller.
Are you
No,
sure?
he put it
No,
on.
now
and
they're
got,
bigger.
They got
Now
smaller.
they're bigger.
It's
And
opposite.
now they're smaller.
It's the opposite. Now they're bigger.
No. You're
No, you're
on
wrong.
You're on drugs, dude.
It's because your eyes are squinting. You can't see correctly.